Hi all, in this video I am going to discuss continuous random variable, its probability density function and some problems. Continuous random variable is a random variable that takes all possible values in an interval. It is usually a real number in a given interval. Some examples are height, weight, temperature. The probability density function of a continuous random variable is a function f of x which satisfies these two conditions, that is f of x must be positive. The second condition is integral of minus infinity to infinity f of x dx equal to 1. The second condition implies that the area under the curve f of x within this interval must be 1. It is usually denoted by f of x or p of x. The cumulative distribution function of a continuous random variable is given by the function capital F of x, which is equal to integral minus infinity to x f of x dx, that is the area under the curve f of x from minus infinity up to x will be the function capital F of x. These are some properties you can go through by pausing the video. Please note that for continuous probability distribution, probability of a less than x less than b is same as probability of a less than or equal to x is less than b is same as probability of a less than x less than or equal to b is same as probability of a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b. All these are same for continuous probability distribution. Let us go through some problems. Here they have given a function and it is a probability density function. They have asked you to find out the value of k and these probabilities. Also they have asked you to find out distribution function, mean and standard deviation. Now let us use the properties. We know that integral minus infinity to infinity f of x dx equal to 1. Using this property we are going to find out the value of k. Since in our function f of x is positive, x is greater than 0, then f of x is k into e raised to minus 2x. So you have to integrate only from 0 to infinity, because when x is less than 0, the function is 0. Therefore, there is no point in integrating from minus infinity to 0. So you have to integrate from 0 to infinity. So substitute k into e raised to minus 2x in the place of f of x and then integrate that further. Upon solving, you get the value of k as 2, and I have substituted the value of k in our function. Now let us proceed solving the second question. Probability of 0 less than x less than 3, that is integrate the function f of x from 0 to 3. So I have integrated the function using the calculator. You got this answer. The third question is integrate, we had to find the probability from 0.5. So integrate the function from 0.5 to infinity. You know that it is impossible for us to use calculator. So what we can do is we can use the idea that probability of x greater than 0.5 is same as 1 minus probability of x less than or equal to 0.5. Okay. So you know this is our function and f of x is not equal to 0 when x is greater than 0. Therefore, we have to integrate when x is less than or equal to 0.5, that means integrate from 0 to 0.5 your function and then subtract from 1, you get the answer. Now next let us find the distribution function. You know this is the definition. Since our function is 2 into e raised to minus 2x when x is greater than 0 and when x is less than 0 we have 0. Here point of discontinuity is 0. Therefore, we consider two cases, when x is less than 0 and when x is greater than 0. So this is our case 1, when x is less than 0. Since f of x is minus infinity to up to x f of x dx, here upper limit is negative. When upper limit is negative, you know small f of x is 0. Therefore, after integrating you get 0. Now when x is greater than 0, that means in our definition the upper limit is positive. You know that our function is a discontinuous function. When x is less than 0 it is 0, when x is greater than 0 it is 2 into e raised to minus 2x. Since upper limit is positive, we are going to split this integral into two, minus infinity to 0 and 0 to x. From minus infinity to 0, our function is 0 because when x is less than 0, our function is 0. So put 0 here. When x is greater than 0, our function is 2 into e raised to minus 2x. So put 2 into e raised to minus 2x here. Now integrate that further, substitute the limits, you get the answer. Thus, the distribution function is so. When x is less than 0, you get 0. When x is greater than 0, this is our function. Now let us find out mean. You know, this is the formula for mean. And since f of x is this function, that means it is not equal to 0 when x is greater than 0. So you have to integrate from 0 to infinity. We can use Bernoulli rule of integration here. Okay, so you know this is the Bernoulli rule. After using that integration and substituting limits for each term, okay, now I am going to evaluate this one by one. We have to put the limits for this term as well as for this term. Now I am going to evaluate this in a rough work. Okay, so here we have to substitute upper limit and lower limit. Okay, so upper limit is limit x tends to infinity, x into e raised to minus 2x, and lower limit is limit x tends to 0, x into e raised to minus 2x. Upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, now when you put x tends to 0, you get 0. We had to solve only this limit, upper limit. Okay, now bring this e raised to minus 2x to the denominator. Now when you substitute the limit, you get infinity by infinity, which is an indeterminate form. Now we can use L'Hospital's rule to solve this limit. The L'Hospital rule states that you have to differentiate the numerator and denominator separately and then apply the limits. Okay, so here this is our numerator x and this is our denominator e raised to 2x. Differentiate these separately. The differentiation of x is 1 and differentiation of denominator is 2 into e raised to 2x. Now you can apply the limit. Okay, so you get the answer as 0. Thus, so you get this term as 0. Upper limit is also 0 and lower limit also is 0. So our first term will be 0 in our integration. Similarly, x square into e raised to minus 2x, if you substitute these limits, you get 0. Okay, so here our first term we have evaluated in the rough work, it was 0, and here upper limit when you put e raised to minus infinity you get, and here lower limit when you put you get e raised to 0. So you know e raised to minus infinity is 0, therefore 0 minus e raised to 0 is 1. So after solving this you get 1 by 2. Now we are going to find out variance. You know this is the formula. We find e of x square. This is the formula. You know f of x is not equal to 0 from 0 to infinity. Therefore integrate from 0 to infinity. Use Bernoulli rule again. Okay. Now we are going to evaluate each term separately. This and this separately. You know that we have calculated limit x tends to infinity, x square e raised to minus 2x is 0. So upper limit will be 0 here. When you substitute lower limit, that also is 0. Here when you put upper limit, limit x tends to infinity, x into e raised to minus 2x is 0. So you get 0. When you put lower limit, then also you get 0. So these two terms vanishes to 0. Now we have to evaluate only this term. So put upper limit infinity. So e raised to minus infinity will be 0. And when you put lower limit x equal to 0, e raised to 0 is 1. Okay, so after solving you get 1 by 2. Substitute in variance formula. But we need standard deviation. Standard deviation is square root of variance. So root of 1 by 4, which is 1 by 2. Now let us proceed with the next question. The diameter of an electric cable x is assumed to be a continuous random variable with a function. Check whether f of x is a PDF. Determine the value of b such that probability of x less than b is same as probability of x greater than b. first we have to check whether this function is PDF, that is we have to check whether the two conditions of probability density function are satisfied. To show if f of x is a PDF, we have to check that interval minus infinity to infinity f of x dx is 1 or not. That means here we have to integrate from 0 to 1 because your function is equal to 0 other than this interval. So integrate only from 0 to 1. You can use calculator. So you will get it as 1. Thus the function is a PDF. Now to solve the next question, to find b if these two probabilities are same. That is probability of x less than b is same as probability of x greater than b. But you know total probability is 1. Okay. So if these two probabilities are same, that means both the probabilities must be 0.5. Okay, now you can take only one half of the equation, that is probability of x less than b is equal to 0.5. Take only one half of the equation and then probability of x less than b means integrate from 0 to b, because you know our functions is in the interval 0 to 1. Okay, so therefore integrate from 0 to b. After substituting the limits and then solving the equation further, you will get a cubic equation. Here you have two factors, 2 minus b equal to 0 or 2b square minus 2b minus 1 equal to 0. After solving this you get 1 by 2, but the other roots do not lie in the interval 0, 1. Therefore, the value of b is 1 by 2. Now let us proceed with the third question. A continuous random variable capital X has the PDF f of x equal to k into 1 by 1 plus x square in the interval minus infinity less than x less than infinity. Find the value of k and then distribution function and the probability that x is greater than 0. To find PDF, to find the value of k, we are using this condition, that is integrate from minus infinity to infinity our function. You know it is tan inverse of x. Substitute the limits. Okay, after solving you get k as 1 by pi. Substitute in that in our function. Okay, so substitute k as 1 by pi. So I hope you have understood. This is our PDF. Now next we are going to find capital F of x, that is integrate from minus infinity to x f of x. Since our function f of x is in the interval minus infinity to infinity, so we are using the whole interval. Okay, so minus infinity up to x, we are going to integrate this. So you will get cot inverse of x. So this is our distribution function in the interval minus infinity less than x less than infinity. Now next we are going to find out this probability, that is integrate from 0 to infinity our function f of x. So you get 0.5. Next, find the PDF of a random variable if the distribution function capital F of x is given. Also find probability that x is less than 3. If distribution function is given, we can find the PDF using this relation, that is PDF is equal to the differentiation of distribution function. Now differentiate the distribution function, you get the PDF. So this is our PDF. Now we are going to find out the probability that x is less than 3 using the PDF. This is the first method. You can use any method, first method or second method. Okay, here I will teach you both the methods. Using the PDF, how to find probability that x is less than 3. That is integrate the function f of x from 1 to 3, because you know that the function is not equal to 0 when x is greater than 1. Therefore, integrate the function from 1 to 3. Okay, use your calculator. So this is the answer. I am going to discuss the second method. You can find this probability using the distribution function capital F of x, which is given in our question. So this is our question, isn't it? Now using this question we are going to find probability of x less than 3. When the probability of x is less than 3, okay, that means integrate from minus infinity up to 3, which is nothing but capital F of 3. Okay, capital F of 3. Here 3 lies in this interval greater than 1, x greater than 1. So you have to use this function. So 1 minus 1 by 3 square, which is 8 by 9. It is same as the previous answer. Now let us proceed with the next question. Suppose a continuous random variable capital X has a PDF f of x equal to k into 1 minus x square, where 0 less than x less than 1, 0 elsewhere. Find the value of k, distribution function. Using distribution function, find the probability. Now let us use the condition to find the value of k. Since your function is not equal to 0 in the interval 0 and 1, so integrate only from 0 and 1. You can use your calculator. So you will get k is equal to 3 by 2. Substitute that in our function. So in the place of k I have put 3 by 2. Now next we are going to find distribution function. So here we have 3 discontinuous points. That is, when x is less than 0, our function is 0. When x is greater than 1, our function is 0. Between 0 and 1, our function is 3 by 2 into 1 minus x square. So since we have 2 discontinuous points, so to evaluate this distribution function, we have to find 3 cases. That is, when x is less than 0, we have to find what is capital F of x. Between 0 and 1, what is capital F of x. Greater than 1, what is capital F of x. Okay, so when x is less than 0, okay, suppose this is your graph of f of x, small f of x. Okay, suppose x is less than 0, that is, x lies in this interval, x is negative. So here the upper limit is negative. When upper limit is negative, you know f of x is 0, small f of x is 0. So substitute that, you get capital F of x as 0. Now when x lies between 0 and 1, that means your x lies within this interval. Okay, and since capital F of x is area from minus infinity up to x, f of x dx. So this yellow shaded region we have to find out. Okay, so since x is positive, we have to split the interval minus infinity to 0 and 0 to x. When it is minus infinity to 0, our small f of x is 0. When it is 0 to x, our small f of x is 3 by 2 into 1 minus x square. So you have to integrate that. So you get our answer. When x is greater than 1, that means your x is greater than 1 in this direction. That means we have to evaluate capital F of x. That is, this yellow colored region we have to find out. You know that total area is 1. So we must be getting capital F of x as 1. Let us find out whether we get capital F of x as 1 or not. You know that capital F of x is this definition, where x is upper limit is greater than 1. So we are going to split this into 3 intervals, minus infinity to 0, 0 to 1 and 1 to x. So within minus infinity to 0, our f of x is 0. Within 0 to 1, our f of x is 3 by 2 into 1 minus x square. Within 1 to x, our f of x is 0. Okay, so after substituting all that, and we are left out only with this integration. After integrating that, you get 1. So I told you the total area is 1. Thus the distribution function is, we have written, when x is less than 0, it is 0. Between 0 and 1, this is our f of x. When it is greater than 1, our area is 1. Now next we find out the probability using distribution function. Probability that 0.4 less than x less than 0.6. So what we do is, we use distribution function, isn't it? So we use this relation, that is the area up to 0.6 minus the area up to 0.4. If you subtract these two, you get the area between 0.4 and 0.6. 0.6 lies in this interval, isn't it? 0.4 also lies in this interval. So we are going to use this function and substitute x as 0.6 and 0.4. Okay, so this is our required probability. I hope you have understood this. Thank you.